to the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. Thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on
Man Talk Mondays. We are back in the house. Another Monday. It is August already. August.
It ain't waiting for nobody. It ain't waiting for nobody.
It's crazy, man. This time is flying by.
I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it ain't waiting for nobody.
Nobody. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the thought engineer here with my man, comedian John Yogi. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back once again. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Let my hair down. Had a ponytail. I had to cut it off before the show. Make sure I got up to about 6'3", had the ponytail, living my best life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you be shape shifting and everything, man. You got some of that nutty professor juice. Got
in my mind.
Buddy Love and came out on.
In my mind.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, everybody, this is Man Talk Mondays. It's an open forum where we talk about everything from religion to politics to relationships. But of course, we're doing it from a man's perspective. Now, keep in mind, this is not just for men. We want everybody to join into the conversation. Now, how can you do that? It's very simple, very easy. Just go in the comments, leave your comment, leave your question. Let us know how you feel. We want to hear from you, but you are part of the conversation. So talk to us. All right. Before we get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen, Man Talk Monday news.
To Man Talk News today with your special host, John D. Blackman. And today's top story, what does going on vacation really means? There seems to be a misunderstanding about when we go on vacation, because the females tend to think that includes an itinerary. I don't need an itinerary to sit down on the beach with some coal in my hand and a cigar in my mouth. I don't need an itinerary telling me when we get back from the beach, this is what we're going to do. I don't need that. That's why it's called a vacation. Everybody repeat after me. Vacation. That means we get here and we bust a real hard chill without you trying to tell me and run me like we're at the house. We ain't at the house. We on vacation. So this has been your man, John D. Blackman. And today's top story is, what does vacation really mean? We out. Peace out and good night.
I think old John D. Blackman had some issues on his vacation. You gonna let him rest?
See, this is what I don't understand. Help me. A vacation is, it's not I'm trying to visit every spot in the place. That was younger John. Now old John want to sit down somewhere and put his feet up. Is that asking for too much, D? Thought engineer, tell me, is that asking for too much?
Nah, it's got to be some time to just sit and just do nothing, man. Because a lot of times you go on vacation, then you got to get home and rest from your vacation.
Exactly. No. It's like, excuse me, I don't know who you think you're here with, but I'm not that dude. I need a chair and a cold one, and I'm good. You can go on and do you. I'm gonna chill right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Go to Facebook, go to YouTube, click on the subscribe button, click on the bell so you're informed every time we pop on, so you know you can be there, you can talk to us, right? We love having conversations with y'all, right? Now, let's get ready for Man Talk About It. Man Talk About It.
What we got this week, D?
We got a couple of things we want to talk about. First off, there seems to be this trend now of a lot of Black high school athletes wanting to go to HBCUs and Black colleges. So much so, the latest, Shaq's daughter, Shaquille O'Neal's daughter, signed with TSU to play basketball for TSU.
You know, I'm all happy, man, really, that more of our kids are going to HBCUs. But Shaq's daughter is going to be in for a rude awakening. She ain't never slept in poverty like she finna sleep in at these historically Black colleges. I love them, but they are poverty stricken. We need some more Shaqs so we can get some money running through there so we can make things better. But unfortunately, when you the first ones, you're going to have it rough. She going to call home every other night and say, hey, Daddy, can I move off campus? Because, listen, one of the problems one of the reasons why we don't get too many people going, because the way they look, we don't put much money into them. We need to start putting more money into them so more people will go. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Boosters give back to got the term they call predominantly white universities, PWUs, what they call it. They give back. I mean, millions of dollars they give back. You don't really necessarily have that level of donations to HBCUs, and you can tell. But with the trend happening, man, I think the tide can shift. You got Dion that went to Jackson State. I think Master P's son, he's going to play basketball for HBCU. And a lot of these top recruits that these Division I schools were salivating over, they made the decision to go to HBCUs too. So I think with the talent, the dollars could shift. It's not going to come without some, adversity, but the dollars could shift. You just got to have somebody that'll manage it. Because
that was my next thing. Because
we will steal some money. I can speak on it. I went to HBCU, and boy, the stuff they was doing, it was a mess, man.
D, wait, D. Now I'm gonna get over here and
shout
say,
out to Arizona State University, GSU, baby.
I'm finna get out here. I'm finna get over here and say, hey guys, really, we need to start giving to our Black historical colleges. You say, boy, they be like, hold on a second, don't give just yet. Wait, I'm not. Let me say this. You got me tongue-tied. Just let me say this. I think as more attention is brought to them, it's amazing what you can do, what you'll do when you think nobody's really paying attention. As more people are paying attention to it, perhaps that'll be one of the things they get in line. They'll get that in line because as more people come, the expectation is going to be greater for you.
Right. Bigger microscope.
When Shaq's daughter and all the people there, they need to be. The expectation is going to be bigger. So I think definitely as more people are coming, they need to start paying more. They need to start doing the right things with their money. So let's get an HBCU. Let's give. Let's give.
Yeah, let's give. Let's give.
Just give.
Now I don't know if anybody heard, but Simone Biles is back. She's coming back for the balance beam competition. He didn't sit out the whole Olympics.
So the balance beam is the two things you go up in between and flip, you know. Ain't that the balance beam?
It's that one long, skinny beam
that they walk down. Okay, that they got doing all this.
Yeah, they got to do all the flips and stuff on. So,
well, see, now I was kind of worried about it earlier because they were saying if she wasn't in the right headspace, she could really hurt herself. And I'm not sure with the balance beam and they being so short, it's like 10 foot down for them. So I'm just glad she's in the right. She took the time off and made sure she's in a good headspace so that she can do that and compete at a high level. Because, man, when you great, there is a lot of people, you know, most people are losers in life. And because they losers in life, they depend on you to be great to win for them. And when she went out, people took it so personal. It's like, dude, I win all the time. Most people not used to people win. Dude, again, so when you win, they win. When they, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I'm just glad she's able to compete because it would appear so many people were waiting for her that couldn't live their life because she wasn't doing what she was great at.
Well, let's hope the win is her bringing more awareness to mental health. Because, bro, people crazy out here and we need help. Yeah. So let's hope that's the win. That's the big win from all of this. Monique says, I pray that she's ready and able to compete. I pray she made this choice for her. I think she probably did. If she could withstand all of that hate that she got from sitting out, then I think she got what she need to do what she need to do. Because she wasn't backing down. No apologies.
Because at the end of the day, you gotta do what's best for you. You know, one of the things we get caught in trying to live our lives for other people, man. Listen. When I realized I had greatness in me, I understood then that, John, you got to live for you because everybody want to tell you how you should be doing or what you should be doing. You'll never get criticized from somebody that's doing less than you. More than you, excuse me. More than you. You'll only be criticized by people that aren't. So it comes with territory. From one great person to another. Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back, Simone. We cheering for you, rooting you on. Last week, we mentioned the story about Dr. Dre and his wife. Mm-hmm. Dr. Dre and his wife came to a settlement in their divorce, and he was ordered to pay her $300,000 per month. Roughly 3.5 million a year, right?
That ain't bad. That's not bad. He worth $1 billion.
He worth 820 million. I said last week. You know what I'm saying? That's like a severance package. Really, is what it is for him.
Yeah, that's not.
But
that's not
people been upset behind the whole deal. But last week, Dr. Selena, my wife, was on with me, and she defended this whole stance of Dr. Dre's wife getting the spousal support that she got. And here's a little bit of what she said.
For one, no man and woman too, but no man gets where they are professionally without a woman standing behind them. So he got to where he was because of the support and a soft place to land of his wife. And she has been living this life for so long because they've been married for a while. So she's been living this life for so long, and all of a sudden, just because they're divorced, she's supposed to come away with nothing. She has to maintain that lifestyle that she had while she was married after the fact.
Okay. So in a turn of events, Kelly Clarkson, former American Idol, huge pop star. She's done country. She's on The Voice, and she has her own talk show and everything. Well, in her divorce settlement, she has been ordered to pay her ex-husband $200,000 per month in spousal support.
No, D. Just say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Listen, she got off light because I would have went for more. Do you know how much? Listen, they don't make enough money for us to listen to these women talk sometimes. They should pay him $1 million a month for just listening to her complain about some other girl on the tour with her. They should pay him another $1 million for just putting up with the jibber jabber we got to put up with from him all the time.
Not the jibber jabber.
Brother, it's always something with him. That's just my personal opinion. But hey, if things are gonna be equal, why can't we? Because they start with the money. We can complain about everything else, but at the end of the day, it's all about the money. So why shouldn't he get that? Why shouldn't he get more? Because he used to a certain lifestyle, like to quote Dr. Selena Smith, I think it was, what did she say? Because he lays there next to her, she deserves, because she had the comfort of she was able to land while she was with him. And he's used to a certain lifestyle too. Yeah, he like nice trucks and cars too. What if
Dr. Smith said tread lightly?
Bro, listen, wait a minute. Dr. Dre's wife ain't did now party. She ain't did now tour. She ain't mixed now album down. She wasn't in the studio at night with him or nothing. She deserved her money and he don't.
So I want to know, keeping that same energy though, you got to keep that same energy for him as Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband, as Dr. Dre's ex-wife. But when I had the conversation, it was said, what man want to get spousal support from his wife, his ex-wife? What man? Just said him. Right, support me. Say support me.
Listen, I don't think Dr. Smith is wrong. I think Dr. Smith is right, but I think there's a problem with what Dr. Smith is saying. Dr. Smith is trying to hold on to the old rationale or way of thinking that we had, while looking down at the new way of thinking. You can't do both. You can't juggle them. You can't. No, either she deserves what she gets, or he deserves it. There's no both. He can't be a sorry dog because she paying him and then she get money. You want to be equal. Then equal says what I can do to you, I'm going to do to him, or vice versa. What does that? How can you tell me how did that work? Tell me how that don't work.
Well, if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. So tonight we'll be talking about, ladies, you sure you want to be equal? That's the question we're asking tonight. Ladies, you sure you want to be equal? Monique says, what was Kelly's husband doing before they were married?
What does that matter? If she was a dishwasher, if she worked at Hooters, if she was at the makeup counter, what difference does it make? He had a place where she could come home. Listen, again, she was topping somebody's ear off, and it wasn't a friend, it was his. He deserved that money. The same way Dr. Dre's wife deserved money, she deserved money. He deserved money. Don't get gone now with that foolishness talk. And she had the audacity to ask, what did he do before? If you looked into what some of these, Tiger Woods' wife was a nanny.
Right.
She was a nanny. I never heard one person say, well, what did she do before they got married to get all that money? I ain't never heard that. I've never heard that, D.
Well,
on this show, somebody brings that.
Okay, so Mika says, wait, how much is Kelly Clarkson worth? Kelly Clarkson is worth about 45 million. She's worth about 45 million. But what does it matter? What does it matter?
He deserved 20.
Yeah, what happened to half? At least he.
Listen, see the problem. Listen, y'all. It ain't y'all fault. It ain't y'all fault. We have adjusted. We have allowed y'all to twist and turn this thing around to make it work to y'all benefit, but not tonight. We're going to tell y'all about yourselves tonight because y'all think y'all want to be equal, but y'all really don't. Y'all really don't. Y'all want to be equal when it's convenient for you. You don't want to have to do nothing. You want to pick and choose when you want it to be equal. And we're not, that's what we're not doing. That's what we're not doing tonight.
Okay, so Monique says the spouse support incorporate the kids. Now that's called child support. We talk about strictly for him, strictly for the spouse, the ex.
Is he not used to living? D, is he not used to pulling up in his phantom? He should be able to continue to do that. D. He put up with the foolishness that is her. He should deserve to do that. Really?
Selena says the word. Now they want to go to the word. So Selena says the word says the man is created to protect and provide.
You all right?
Now the Bible is a lie. It's amazing how conveniently people can pull out the Bible to serve their own case.
Oh my God, is that not crazy? See, and she had it in a holster when she was ready for the right time to pull it out. Oh, bro, I know they are quick with that.
Monique, she get an amen. Come on, Bible. That same Bible, the same Bible says the head of every woman is the man. Put that
Bible down, D. You put that Bible down. D, you put that Bible down. You put that down, because that ain't in that Bible. You put that down. You put that down. They done tore the pages out. They done tore that page out of the Bible.
It's amazing how convenient we can use the Bible to justify something we want to justify.
You know what's amazing to me is they ask for equal rights. They want things to be equal, like they wasn't getting everything that they wanted before. Like they were miserable, like they were made to be the head, the tail and not the head. And I don't understand it. Y'all had now they just want it all. Now they're just being greedy now.
Okay, so Selena said, but the neck is the woman. Be a head without a neck. That just means I turn my shoulders. That's I just turn my shoulders.
Hey, if I get to keep my money, I don't need none of this. I'm like,
neckless. So you bring up a great point. Monique says we want and invite you to be the head. Lead me. Okay, so you bring up a great point. Andrea say, be good, guys. We tried. We're gonna be real good tonight. But so that brings up the question: what do women hope to gain from equality? What do women hope? Ladies in the comments, y'all in there tonight. We hear. So tell us, what do you hope to gain from equality?
Well, I would think that they want a voice, that they would want a bigger voice. They want to play a bigger role. They want to be on the side of us rather than like they feel like they're behind us. They want to sit at the table, and whatever table that may be, they just want to be heard, and they don't feel like they've been heard enough of them to this point.
That's why I want to know, because we're having a conversation. So women, jump in the comments. Let us know, what do women hope to gain from equality? What is the whole push for? We talking about equality. Okay, Mika says to be heard. To be heard at what level, though?
I was a movie I was watching. It was The Clumps. What was the first one? Another Professor. When he told his wife, he said, "Ain't nobody listening to you. You think I'm listening to you? I ain't listening to you. Ain't nobody trying to listen to y'all what y'all talking about. Listen, y'all don't trust us to do the right things. And because y'all don't trust us to do the right things, now y'all want to be heard. Because you got to have faith in us to believe that we're going to do right by you, and y'all don't have that. You say you do all you want, but you wouldn't be pushing for this if you had the faith in us to believe that we was going to do what's in your best interest. And y'all don't believe that.
Okay, so Monique says, when I think of equality, I think of respect, equal pay for the same job, to be heard. Now, when it comes to equality, because this goes way beyond man and woman, people pay, because you got to talk to people that own the businesses, to run the corporations. That's who, but everything is being put on all men, like all men are making these decisions. We're not making these decisions. Yes, a woman is doing the same job as a man. She should get paid for the job she's doing. Now, men traditionally got paid more because they were the breadwinners. They were the ones taking care of the house. So they had a whole house to take care of. But now it's different because I don't know how many women are actually taking care of men the way men would take care of women. Pretty sure there's some, but I don't know how many women are doing it.
Yeah, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that no, that this not happening, because I'm sure it is. I'm sure you probably got 20-30% of women that are taking care of men. I'm pretty sure of that. But again, I can't help but go back to say I just don't believe they trust. They trust and believe that we have their best interest at heart.
Okay, so Selena says we want to be recognized and appreciated for what we bring to the table. There go that table again. What? Now here's going back to Mika real quick. She said they want to be heard. Women have always had this power of influence when it came to men. Men have started wars behind some a woman has said or told them and all this other kind of stuff. So when it comes to being heard, I think, is it that you want people to hear your voice directly or just your words?
I think it's a pride thing.
Pride?
I think it's pride. Okay. I think it's pride. I think they feel like now that we have led from the back for so long, but now it's time for us. I want to lead from the front now. I want to at least have the opportunity to lead from the front. And listen. And again, I'm just guessing, but I know if y'all have been running things from behind us, because I want to use Michelle and Barack, for example. You know, she was running the country from behind him. And he, a lot of the time, now he was very capable, but I'm sure her putting her plan in place made it work. And now that he's done, she all over the place doing her thing. I think everybody's time will come for that. I just don't think I don't believe that we need a push for women to be up front, period, though. You know, I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all.
But does giving space to women, does that necessarily equal equality, though? To the level that I'm hearing when I hear the women's movement start talking, and it's almost as if to say women and men are equal. And it's like, to what degrees are we equal? Because that's not a true statement across the board.
But I don't think they're looking for equality, though, D. I think it's easy for you to say you're looking for equality, but you're not. You're actually not. You actually want to lead. You actually think that we should be behind you guys. Because again, you're taking for granted all the stuff that you've helped me with, all the stuff that you've done, all the talking that you do in the background, and you thinking the whole time, I should be doing this. I probably should be doing this. But you're not taking the brunt of what we have to go through. You're able to be shielded by what we do and stand behind me and do the talking and working your neck and doing all that stuff. And we go out in front and fight those battles. But I really believe they don't want equality. They don't want equality. They want to lead.
So it's not about equality. It's about control. I want to run it. I want to run it with you, beside you. I want to run it.
Well, they're not asking. They never say, I want to run it with you. They never, equality to them means we want to see more CEOs. Equality to them means we want to see more money, more women bringing the bag home. We want to see, that to me, that's not equality. Equality is completely different when you talk about that. They want to lead. I think it's obvious. And I think if they will be honest, I think they will agree with that. But of course, we don't have no honest women now to tell the truth.
So if they stand to gain the top position in the companies, voice being heard, the respect and the admiration and the whole nine, they want the leadership spot, the leadership position.
The leadership pay.
The leadership pay. You got to understand there's going to come some losses with that. There's some L's that's going to come along with that. So what will women lose? If women achieve equality, what they gonna be? They gotta be willing to lose. So what they gonna lose though?
Well, because in order to gain something, you got to sacrifice something. And I think what they'll be I think they take for granted what they're sacrificing, because old school mentality says, "I open the door for you. More importantly, I treat you like the weaker vessel." Okay, now you're willing to give that up because the only reason you're getting a lot of the stuff that you get now is because we treat you like you're the weaker vessel. I have been in the military. I have been in a war. And if I'm with a woman that's in a foxhole with me, I got to watch myself and I got to watch her. More so than I feel like I would have to watch another guy. Not because she's inferior, not because she can't shoot a gun, but she may shoot better than me. But me, with the way I am, I'm like that towards women. And you can't ask me, you can't say, don't do that because that's how I am. That's how I'm wired.
That's how we're trained to be as men. We're trained to think like that. We're trained to watch women, protect them, cover them, the whole nine. Monique says, when I think about equality for women, I don't feel like we want to lead or control. Who said we wanted more women to lead? Well, you need to talk to your sisters.
Hold on. Monique said, you know why Monique said it? Because Monique wants to do that stuff. Now, Monique is at a point in her life to where she's been through something like most of us have as we get older, and now you are understanding the error of your ways. Because before, how could you not? Let me ask this: how could you not? How could you not with the way the movement is? The movement is pushing it. How could you not? Everything says women should be leading. Everything, not some things. Everything says. How could you not feel that way?
Because the movement isn't trying to come up beside men, it's trying to cancel us. Every word we say, you're being toxic. Toxic masculinity, mansplaining, and stuff like this. These are words that we hear as men. All right. So Carl says, if we sitting together watching a movie and someone break the door down with the intention to do the family harm, who should handle that? We so equal, they handle that. We both have our responsibilities. Thus said the Lord.
Now see there, that's what I'm talking about. Dude, it's just some things just not meant to be. Some things just not meant to be. Man, no matter how we try, no matter how we twist, it's just not meant to. No. And you're not, let me tell you something. Because I work with a bunch of women, and y'all not willing to give up what y'all have at these jobs. I don't care what you say. I always talk about crying on the dock. What I call it, crown pause. If you equal to me, gotta put the crown up. Ain't no crying at work. We all equal. Ain't no crying at work.
Yeah.
Ain't no crying at work. Now I'll give you the. I'll give you.
Want to call in?
There's going to go ahead and try to talk crazy.
Come on, we ain't scared. We ain't scared. Come on.
But am I wrong? There are some comforts that women get because there are women that they take for granted.
Yeah. And see, you said something earlier. You said women being the weaker vessel. Weaker does not mean no strength. Yeah. Weaker means delicate to the point that you're treasured and you want. It's something I want to protect. How many people mama had that good bone china? Oh, yeah. She didn't keep it in the regular cabinet. They created a whole new cabinet specifically for these plates. They fancy, but they're delicate, and you want to treasure them, so you put them away. But they the best plates you got.
But they want to be treasured and they want to run it at the same time, we're not gonna let you do it.
Right.
We're not gonna let you do it now. You're not finna do that today.
Anything that is used more frequently can end up losing its value. So what do women stand to lose? Number one, they stand to lose their protection from men. Just like Carl was saying, somebody busts up in the movies. We in the movies. Is that, are you gonna handle that? But equality, what we're hearing is you can handle it too. Are you gonna take care of that?
They're not talking about that, D. They're not talking about that. They're not talking about that kind of stuff. No, y'all get that. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about making more money, and that can lead. We're not talking about no fighting, and we're not talking about arguing. We're not talking about that because we do that stuff from behind y'all back and make y'all go out there and bite somebody. We don't want. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that. That's not what they're talking about.
Monique said it seems as though a secure man will allow his woman to be great.
And you know what? Even more secure woman will know she great without that man allowing her to. She'll know she great in the place that she's in. Michelle Obama knew she was great where she was, but it didn't take Barack to tell her she was great. She knew it.
Michael Shaw says, why are you guys so fragile? Women have every right to have equality. These are some lame excuses. This is pure misogyny. Okay. Now, in the world that we're looking at, in the world that we're looking at today, there is a clear denial that there is a difference between men and women. I saw a video today. This lady, she at like Home Depot. She at Home Depot by herself. She getting like plywood and all this type of stuff. And so she gets on the video and says, she had the cart full of plywood and says, and no man came to help me. Another woman in a dress had to come help her. And it's
listen, again, to Michael and anybody else. I'm not saying, Michael, you may be on to something, but probably not. But I'm gonna say this. I just want to make up their mind what they want. I just want to make up their mind. Because if you want equality, you got to be prepared to get it. Because you want to pick the top executive jobs when don't nobody want to do the janitor jobs. You want to pick and choose what you can do with that equality, and you can't do that. You cannot hold on to one thing while grasping for something else. I just want you to decide what you want to do. So, Michael, you get a petition together and you go out and you tell all the women to sign up and tell us what they want to do. Because right now we guessing. Because they trying to have it both ways.
Now I gotta do some fact checking, but if I'm not mistaken, I think women have just been approved, or Congress is trying to approve women for the draft. If we go to war, men have to sign up at 18 for the draft. They are now getting ready to change it to where women have to sign up for the draft.
Well, they gonna
is that the equality you're looking for? Is that because this is what comes along with it? Love Sing says, if I get divorced, I'm going to identify as a woman. What happens then? Listen, and here's the thing I don't like about this whole misogyny and the whole nine. It's a way to back men down, because when we voice our opinions, this is the tactic that's used so we can't say how we feel. But you want other people to respect your feelings, to respect your opinions. But as soon as we have an opinion and we have feelings, I'll go somewhere with that. No, respect has to go both ways. You can't just expect me to respect you and you don't respect me back. And Monique brought up a secure man. A secure man has to be secure within himself. Why can't he look for security outside? Why can't he look from security from her? Women want security from who? Are you self-secure? Or do you look for security from a man?
Yes, absolutely they do. Absolutely they do.
Okay, so Michael says, why can't women pick? Men pick all the time. No, we don't.
What? Okay, no, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about when he say pick.
I guess pick what they want to pick. where they want to be. If they want to be CEOs, let them pick to be CEOs. If they don't want to be janitors, they don't have to be janitors. The work has to be done, though. Who's gonna do it?
And they can pick. Hey, you said men pick. You said men pick. They can't. You know what? You show right, Mike. They show can pick. But I bet you what, Mike. I bet you right now, you rather work for a man than a woman. I bet you that. I bet you rather be working for a man than a woman.
Okay, Ivan says, LOL. We're gonna need some cooks. Listen to John.
That's why you draft the women. You get them right out the kitchen and get them into another kitchen. They ain't got to go Ivan, my man. Right. See that? That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna need some cooks. I ain't discriminating. I am not discriminating.
Oh, opinions are not fact. You're right. Opinions are not fact, Michael. They are not fact. But when it comes down to it, is a woman gonna do everything a man does?
Nope.
Can she pick? Because here's the thing: if we start picking, there's gonna be a lot of things that are left undone, and who gonna do it?
We are. The men gonna do it. It's gonna be assumed that we're gonna do it. We're gonna be left to pick up everything she don't want to do.
Okay, so Monique says so women are now supposed to secure a man. That's our role. Okay, now here's the thing. Some women do secure men, or some women do secure males. But this is a choice you make. But that's what I'm saying. If you make that choice, be ready to accept everything that comes with it. The leadership, if you're going to lead, that means you accept the blame as well as the glory. You got to be willing to take on both of it.
I think a lot of times when women are helping, or beside, for example, when we're doing something and you remember things, I think you remember things a little less. What's the word I'm looking for? You don't remember everything about it. Let me say that. You remember spots and you don't remember details about it. You don't remember the being up at night. You don't remember, for example, Dr. Dre and his wife. She don't remember him coming on, being out all times of night trying to get deals, the touring. She don't remember none of that stuff. But yet in the back of her mind, she's saying, I can do that. But she only remembers about that what she wants to remember about it. And a lot of times it's easy to coach from the sidelines. No, it's easy. It's easy. Everybody is a Monday morning coach. Everybody is. Oh, I can do that. And I'm telling you something. It's a lot tougher than it looks. It's a lot tougher than it looks. And I just want you to make up your mind, because if that's what you want, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because men will taught the world we're supposed to work like we crazy to support the house until we late 30s, maybe 40s. What are the women? What are you prepared to give up to get the equality that you want? Because you can't have it all.
You can't. We can't. Mike said it is truly strange that men are having a conversation about women's equality without hearing from the woman's equality movement. This is Man Talk Mondays. Listen, we tried to get some women on and they didn't want to jump on.
Oh, hold on a second. We ain't got to explain on the mic. Mike, you do your part. You do your part to get the women talking to you, and you tell us. You don't know what we did or how we doing this. You want to come on and comment, bring your comment. You don't bring no criticism. Because I wonder if you got somebody anyway.
Ivan says a woman cannot do what a man does, period. That's not misogyny. That's biology, science. And from a spiritual perspective, ordained. Ivan is right. And here's the thing. You talk about equality. Now you got people who are born males who are competing as women. And they clearly have an advantage. And some people saying it's not fair. Women are saying it's not fair that we have to compete against people who are born physically males, because we cannot compete with them. How can they say something like that if it's not fact that men and women are not equal, especially physically? There are some points we are equal, but we're not equal on every point.
I'm simply saying this. Indeed, you're absolutely right. I'm simply saying this to Michael, anybody else. I do not have a problem with equality. I don't have a problem with that. The only problem that I have is I just want you not to hang on to the old way of thinking while you're embracing the new way of thinking. You got to let something go, because you cannot have it all. And I don't think nobody can disagree with me in saying that women aren't like that. That's exactly what women are. They want everything. If you ask a woman what she wants, she's gonna say, "I want it all." And she gonna laugh, but she's serious about what you're saying. Women, tell me I'm wrong. Get over here and tell me you don't want it all. Please. Come on. Michael saying no women and talking to us. Women talk to us. Tell me you don't want it all.
I want the CEO position, making 6 figures or 7 figures a year. And I want a man that's my equal, but when he's my equal, I don't want to pay for nothing. He still got to carry the whole deal. That's not equal.
And I want to work from 8 to 5. And I want to be able to take off for my kids and do this. I want to be able to rip and run like I want to. I don't want to be tied down with stuff that people have to be tied down with to be for the success that they want to have.
And see that there's clearly a double standard. There's a double standard here. We're not treated equally, and we won't be treated equally. Really, I don't see it ever happening. Take for instance, so there was a conversation, Will Smith and Jada. Will's told Jada, he said, "I told you," I think before they got married or something, he said, "I can love you through anything." She said, "I didn't believe you." Jada went and she preyed on a young man who was drug addicted, one of her child's friends, preyed on this young man, sexed him all up, got his head all messed up. If it had been Will, would he have got the same treatment as Jada?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
And you want everything to be equal. But
to Michael's point, Michael is saying equality doesn't mean you have to express every element of equality at all times. It means you choose to access the equality. But okay, see, and that's what that's why I disagree with. No, you can't pick and choose when you want to be equal. That's what we've been saying, Michael. That's what we've been saying. You know what? Because I'm trying. Either it's going to be equal or it's not. There is no in the middle. You're trying to create a gray area when there's no gray. Either you do what I do or you don't. You can't do, well, let me dabble in this and come out. Let me dabble. No. Either you do what we do or you don't. Michael, it's that simple. And Michael, you stop giving them an excuse and a way out, because that's what they want to use. Don't you do that for them. Michael, don't you do that for them.
Lisa says that is his opinion. Please receive a respect. She's right. It's his opinion. It's his opinion. We respect your opinion, Mike. We're going to be peaceful. We're going to respect your opinion. But I will say this. The people who earn the right to lead are the ones who accept the inconveniences and take them head on. Those are the people that earn the right to lead. If you're not willing to take the inconveniences and accept them head on, you don't earn the right to lead.
You gotta earn it. How you get to lead sometimes? How you want to do it sometimes?
Right.
How can you switch from being no, not today. I'm not really feeling my best today. You do it today, but I should be feeling. Let me take a couple of BC powders and I'll be back tomorrow to go. No. I just want you to make up your mind what you want to do, because that's the problem. That's what we're trying to figure out. If you're going to do it, get into it and do it. If you're not, I just want you to make a decision on what you're going to do, because that's the issue.
Okay, so Monique says Jada put that information out during that talk. They did not have to do that. the many affairs of Will have not been on the table. First of all, Jada didn't leak that information. That information got out and she had to try to cover it. She had to try to do damage control. Let's be real about this. And Will having affairs, not saying if Jada had had an affair with a 30-some-year-old, 40-some-year-old man and not one of her child's friends,
Will wouldn't have been able to do
that's
that.
what I'm saying. If Will had messed with one of Willow's friends who was a drug addicted,
but they know
hurting person,
they know that. But
are you saying
they're not? They're not.
His career would be over? There would be nothing he could do again. I mean, he'd be canceled. Why is nobody canceling Jada? There's a double standard here.
It is. I mean, who can't say that you right? Yeah, we would have been coming for Will. They would have been coming for Will. If that had been some 21, 22-year-old girl, they would have been coming for Will. Yeah, yes, they would have. And yeah, yes, they would have.
And there ain't no damage control he could have done to save him. If he had got behind that red table and started, the police would have been outside the door. Something.
So again, the question is: do women really want to be equal? Do y'all want equal, or do y'all want parts of it? Do y'all want some of it? Do y'all want a smidgen of it? What? Because obviously equal means something else to me than it does to you guys. Because I've heard somebody say, I think I want to say Michael said, well, maybe they don't have to do all of it. Well, see, that's the problem, because you do. If I decide, if I'm the man, I can't. When the bills start coming in to get tough, I can't say, you know what, baby, I knew I had said that I was gonna be the man, but you can be the man now. No, that's not. No, it's not it. You can't do that. Y'all not gonna let us do
it. And Lisa says this is not true for all women. You're absolutely right. And really, this is more of a modern mentality. So you have women who are, raised in something different, and their mentality is slighter. But this is the modern way of thinking that is making the world that we're living in right now. The world that we're living in right now, this is the conversation that's going on. So my thing is, the women who are more sensible, why aren't your voices being heard? Why aren't you bringing, clarity to the conversation?
Okay, but wait. Now, Michael says, do you think this conversation is rooted in racism? See,
sexism,
you know what?
Sexism.
Yeah. But now, let's see. I'm so fast want to get the bike. I'm missing. But you know what, Mike? I think probably maybe a little bit. To be honest, perhaps it is. But again, we're just talking about what we see. This is because this is the push. We're not talking. This is everywhere, Mike. You cannot avoid this. You can't miss this. This is everywhere. We're not making this up. This is everywhere.
And keep in mind, this is a space for men to express our perspective. This is our perspective. This is how we see things.
Yeah.
So you can't just say how we see things are wrong. Our perspective is our reality. Now you can try to persuade us to think another way, but until then, this is our perspective. This is how we see it. We see a double standard with this whole thing, and we see this. Just be clear on what equal means. Don't just say equal, because that can be applied different ways depending on who's doing the application.
And remember, that's the comments are there for. You guys have a voice in the comments. If you guys want to argue something we're saying that don't agree with what we're saying, we're giving you a voice as well. You will hear us talk, but we want you guys talking more so we can respond. So it's a dialogue going back and forth. So I want y'all to think that
if we wanted to silence you, we wouldn't read your comments.
Yes, we would just talk about y'all all day. And we'll let y'all say nothing. But that's not what we do.
All right, Lisa says, I totally agree with the Jada Will issue if the shoe was on the other foot. However, I think they should have put it all on the red table. Absolutely. Absolutely. Remember, that thing wasn't supposed to come out though. This wasn't a forward coming confession from Jada. It got leaked. And then they got to protect the money in that house.
That's true. That's true.
They still got to protect the money in that house.
But you can't do people like that and think you're going to get away scot-free though. Whether man, woman, chick, it don't matter who it is. You can't pry on a young person like that or people like that and think you're going to get away with it, because you're not. Somebody is going to say something. Somebody going to have their heart in it and going to do or say something, because that's what people do when they're hurt.
Love Singh says, is this an American thing or all cultures? I know women in Japan or Korea don't think like this. There's a belief that it is very an American thing. I'm gonna ask the question. We'll answer it later. I want everybody in the comments after the show. If Will had been the person, and this I found out, and Will lost everything, could Jada carry their family?
With what? What's she gonna carry him with?
I'm just asking. Could she carry their family?
No, she could. No. Will $20 million man. He got a production company where he got everything. He has everything. There's no way. There's no way. No.
So is there a vested interest in her not letting out what Will has done? Would it behoove her to ruin him?
Well, this is the thing. Then we get into we talk a lot.
Yeah, That's why I say I
don't want to talk about that. But yes, but I'm just saying there's a lot going on in there. It's a lot going on. Yeah. So
Michael said yes, they could.
Michael, stop it. Michael, tell me how. Please tell me how she could. Tell me how she could, Michael. She don't make no money. What does she do, Michael? What does she do that Will don't have a hand in, Michael? Please just tell me what she could do. I'm not saying that Jada can't make no money doing actress and stuff, but on the level of where they live in, you think Jada can sustain that? You think Jada is worth $20 billion for what she do, a picture? Because she is his wife. Because she is his wife, Michael. If you took Jada's net worth, what I will, it's gonna say minus $12. It's gonna say minus $12. Michael, stop it. You know she ain't worth no $50 million. You can't go find what is she doing to be worth that, Michael.
And for those of you listening, Michael's comment says Jada's net worth is $50 million. So that's what Michael. This is what Yogi's responding to. Okay. Ivan says she could carry the family, but not at the same level that Will could. Right, which means there have to be some sacrifice.
Yeah.
Carl says the Lion Kingdom explains it best. The lioness works hard, hold it down, but when it gets real, she gets back and lets the king rule. Boy, Man Talk Mondays. All right, final thoughts.
All right, now my final thought is this. I know you guys may think I'm I'm gonna just tell you, I'm old school. I believe in open doors. I believe in all stuff. I love women. I'm all things women. But I just want you to decide what's best, because once you decide, we can decide how we're gonna play it or how we're gonna deal with you. If you want to be the man or do what we do, just let me know and we'll back up and let you do it. But you can't have both. You can't have both. It's too confusing for us to figure out what you want, when you want it. And not only that, but it's not fair. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to us. We want you to be the best that you can be. Know that you can do that from walking beside us. You don't have to be fighting for equality, because that's what we're supposed to be giving you anyway. As my wife, as my friend, as my co-worker. You shouldn't have to fight for it. It should be given. But equality doesn't mean leading. And you guys want to lead. That's my final thought.
All right, so let's be real about the whole situation. The bottom line at the base of everything is Men don't trust women. Women don't trust men. Now, men have traditionally had the spot of leadership, and truth be told, we haven't always handled it the way we should. This created a distrust. And when there is in the absence of trust, power is a must. If I can't trust you, I need my own power to be able to secure my own things and take care of my own self. And that's to be real. That's the reality of it. It's not about equality. It's about power. People want power, but they don't want to have to rely on somebody for something that they need. They want to be able to get it themselves without needing the other person. The problem is power does not work with relationships. There is no love in control. If I can control everything you say, everything you do, if I ask you if you love me, I can't expect that to be real because I controlled it. So if men and women are going to get along, trust has to be reinstalled. Trust has to be put back in these relationships. This is the conversation that we need to have. How do we get trust back? And I'm willing to have that conversation at any time with anybody. How do we get trust back in relationships so men and women can work together to make this whole society better? But as long as we're at odds, it's going to continuously go downhill. So how do we get the trust back? And that's our King Speak for this week.
Man.
Listen, let me say, we appreciate everybody.
Yeah,
we appreciate everybody's opinions. We appreciate everybody's comments. Listen, this is debate. Yes, it's just me and Yogi on here, but the debate, we want to have these debates. We want to have these conversations.
And also, man, it's not our, we don't want to just get on here and throw out random stuff and try to see what stick. No, we're actually trying to help. So, and if you don't feel like we helping, say something. Say, hey, I don't agree. We're not expecting everybody to agree with us. As a matter of fact, we're expecting people not to agree with us. And so, but this is that dialogue and a debate where we're talking back and forth, because I'm trying to convince you of what I'm thinking, and you're trying to convince me about what you're thinking. Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Real quick, man, before we get out of here, tell them where they can find you.
All right, man, they can find me on, let me see, I'm on Facebook, Comedian John Yogi, YouTube, John Yogi, Instagram, Yogi Lou, and you can hit me up on my cell. What's Mike Jones' number? 5550.
I don't even know. Yeah, you can catch me on Facebook, Derek Smith, or you just go to the Man Talk Mondays page. If you want to email us, you can go to mantalkmondays1@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions. If you got something you want us to talk about, let us know. We can talk about it. But don't forget, subscribe to our podcast. It's available Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, a host of other platforms. Go and subscribe to our podcast. We put out a new one every week. You can catch us at your leisure. So we appreciate all the love. We appreciate everybody watching, listening, commenting, and just everything. You all make the show. So thank you. Thank you. We're going to catch y'all next week, 7 o'clock. Man Talk Mondays. We out.
Peace.